The dominance of Islam Makhachev, from humble beginnings to lightweight supremacy. Islam Makhachev's rise to UFC stardom has been nothing short of extraordinary. Emerging from the mountains of Dagestan, he entered the UFC in 2015 carrying the legacy of his late coach, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, and the mentorship of his teammate, Khabib Nurmagomedov. At first, many saw him simply as Khabib's protege. Now, he stands as the undisputed king of the UFC's lightweight division in his own right. Makhachev made his UFC debut at UFC 187, submitting Leo Kuntz via rear naked choke in the second round.
For this battle of newcomers, speaking of newcomers, we welcome and an excellent debut,
Islam Makhachev.
It was a promising start, but his path took a sharp turn in just his second fight. At UFC 192, he faced Brazilian striker Adriano Martins and suffered his From 2016 onward, Makhachev embarked on a relentless path of redemption. Over the next games like Chris Wade, Nick Lentz, Sabao. These fights showcasing submission game. A significant test came in April 2019 when Makhachev faced Arman Tsarukyan, a highly touted prospect making his UFC debut. What followed was a grappling masterclass from both men, but Makhachev's experience and control earned him a unanimous decision victory. That fight remains one of the most competitive bouts of his career and a fan favorite among grappling purists. From there, his momentum only grew stronger.
What a beautiful sequence. And he's trapped the arm as well.
Up to the side to create some space. Oh, nice.
Oh, that's lovely.
Good scramble to top position.
Beautiful job.
Oh, look at that. Does that count? No. My goodness.
He's feeling it a little bit. Another takedown.
Is using that butterfly hook.
Pressure. You can't, it's something you can't see as so much
job, but
So are we going to call those the Dagestani leg irons?
that's all you.
Islam Makhachev.
At UFC Fight Night, Alvarez vs. Poirier 2 on July 28, 2018, Islam Makhachev made quick work of Kajan Johnson, securing a first-round armbar submission at 4:43 after dominating the grappling exchanges early.
To get a sub, it's over. He'll go get it. There it is. He's got the arm.
And there's the tap.
Another big finish for Islam.
At UFC 242 on September 7, 2019, Islam Makhachev faced Brazilian jiu-jitsu ace Davi Ramos in a bout that further displayed his In 2021, Makhachev finished Drew Dober with an arm triangle choke, submitted Thiago Moises via rear naked choke, and dismantled Dan Hooker in just over 2 minutes with a rare Kimura.
Oh, Dan's got his hands locked. Oh, it's in trouble.
He followed those performances with a TKO over Bobby Green in early 2022, sending a message to the division. He was ready for the title.
Look at how he took down Dan Hooker. Here we go.
Locked, yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, Green went deep.
Full mount.
Escape, but I think this is going to be it.
Referee's going to step in.
Do it.
That opportunity came at UFC 280 when Makhachev faced then-top contender Charles Oliveira. Despite Oliveira's reputation as the most dangerous submission artist in UFC history, Makhachev dominated the exchanges and secured a second-round victory via arm triangle choke.
Knocked down from Makhachev.
Triangle. Oh, this is better.
Islam Makhachev.
With that, Islam Makhachev became the UFC lightweight champion. His first title defense was no easy task. At UFC 284, he moved up to face the pound-for-pound #1 fighter and reigning featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski in enemy territory. Over 5 intense rounds, the two champions went back and forth. Makhachev edged out a close but unanimous decision in one of the most technical title fights in recent memory. Later that year, a rematch was booked at UFC 294, this time on short notice for Volkanovski. But what was expected to be another competitive battle turned into a showcase for Makhachev's striking evolution. He stunned the MMA world by knocking out Volkanovski in the first round with a perfectly placed head kick, his most emphatic win yet. The champion returned to action at UFC 302, facing former interim champion Dustin Poirier. Makhachev showcased not only his grappling, but also his improved striking, absorbing damage, landing 88 significant strikes, and ultimately finishing the bout in round 5 with a Darsh choke. It was a grueling fight that demonstrated his championship resolve.
Islam Makhachev with a submission in round.
In January 2025, he defended his belt once more, this time against submission specialist Renato Moicano at UFC 311. Despite Moicano's own jiu-jitsu credentials, he was no match for Makhachev's control and pressure. Once again, Islam locked in a Darsh choke, securing the finish in the first round and marking his 4th successful title defense.
Got to be careful with the Darsh here. Oh, he's got it. It's over. That's it.
There's the tap, and still Islam Makhachev.
Makhachev's resume speaks volumes. He has now compiled 17 victories in the UFC, 6 of them by submission, 3 by knockout, and 8 by decision. He has defeated former champions, elite contenders, and rising prospects alike. And since his lone loss in 2015, he has remained undefeated for nearly a decade. What makes Makhachev so unique is his complete skill set. While his wrestling remains the foundation, his striking has developed to the point where he can finish world-class opponents with kicks or punches. His fight IQ, composure, and adaptability make him one of the most dangerous and well-rounded fighters in the sport today. Beyond the numbers, Makhachev carries the values of discipline, humility, and loyalty. He represents the next generation of Dagestani dominance in MMA, a torch passed from Khabib to him. But Islam is not just following in footsteps. He is carving his own path and building his own legacy. With 4 title defenses under his belt and a spotless streak since 2015, the question now is not if Islam Makhachev is the best lightweight in the world, but how far he can go. Talks of a potential move to middleweight have already begun, with Makhachev expressing interest in chasing double champ status. Whether he remains at lightweight to further cement his reign or tests himself in a new weight class, one thing is certain. Islam Makhachev is no longer just a rising star. He is a generational talent and a future Hall of Famer in the making.
Freaking baby.